I've been moving back and forth from Southampton to the Isle of Wight, where I'm originally from. It's a pretty great place. And it feels a bit like that Aesop's fable, where the country mouse goes to the big city. And he doesn't like it too much, because the city is like, it's dirty, it's noisy, there's loads of people, and it doesn't really agree with him. And I feel like I relate to that mouse on like a spiritual level, because one thing they kind of missed out of that fable are the real things about city life. They kind of missed out like the smackheads and the prostitutes. And I mean, organised crime in general just gets skirted right over in those sort of stories. So it was quite of a shock to me when I came back a few months ago, and within a few weeks of me being back here, I was accosted and verbally assaulted by a prostitute for refusing to give her a cigarette. I thought that was quite rude, because it was like, she was expecting the cigarette as almost like a contributing means of payment for services rendered. But I hadn't rendered any services. I was not the recipient of a £10 hand job behind Sobar, as far as I'm aware. There were no services rendered. So with that context in mind, I think it was about as rude for her to ask that as it is for when the British government tells you to pay for a TV licence and you don't even own a TV. It's in the same ballpark of rudeness, it really is. And it's not on. But it did teach me a very valuable lesson about living in a city. And it's that I have to develop an exterior that is coarse and bristly, so that nobody wants to fuck with me. You know, it's coarse, it's bristly, it's like a gravel hedgehog. And much like the gravel hedgehog, I have developed my own means of self-defense when fools start stepping. And I'm gonna teach you guys that method right now. You're gonna get it for free, so you better like it. All right, so how's this going? There we go. All right, so someone's stepping. You just got to get yourself nice and ready, and then you just start fucking swinging. You can do a bit of yelling as well if you like. Ah! Ah! No one's going to fuck with you after that. They won't come near you. So, I'm going to tell you all guys something. I'm going to let you in on a secret, a confession. And just want you to be ready for it. Okay, I have never, and it doesn't leave this room, alright? Let's keep it between us. I have never been fucked in the bum. But I have taken an awful lot of large poos in my life. So you can trust me when I say the two experiences are very much the same, albeit with a few minor differences. Starters, one of them's clocking in, one of them's clocking out. One is made out of meat, the other one used to be. And I suppose in keeping with the festive season, you could say it was the meat of Christmas past and the meat of Christmas yet to come. I'm filthy, I know. So it is December, after all. I think a few people have pointed that out. And December really is my favourite month of the year. It hasn't got much going for it, as far as months go. The weather's shit. I'm more impoverished than usual, having to buy presents for friends and family and all that bollocks. And I'm also not very trusting of that Santa Claus character, quite frankly, because I never had a chimney in my house growing up, which raises a lot of questions, some of which are best left, unanswered. But really, the best thing about December is just one stupid little gag, little goof I like to do, and that's you can just hand someone a mundane object and you say to them, "Merry Christmas," and and it's not overly, almost fell over. It's not overly sarcastic, because it's in December. I actually need that back. It's in December, so it's not overly sarcastic. It's great. If you hand someone something in June and say, Merry Christmas, they'll go, what are you doing? You're not funny. Christmas isn't for 6 months. You're like, yeah. If you do it in November, they'll go, whoa, easy, tiger. Getting a bit eager there, are you? If you do it in January, it's just like, just get out. You're really not funny. But in December, you can get away with it. December is the only time of the month you can go up to a bus driver and give him 2 whole handfuls of pennies for your ticket and say, Merry Christmas. And you can get away with it. It's brilliant. No other time of the year you can do that. I love it. So yeah, I guess you'd call that a Christmas victory, if you like. Yeah, that's it. Cheers.